Hi, my friend. Happy Friday. I said I was gonna go live at 10, but y'all, I got stuck at the school. PTA mom things. And then teacher appreciation things and school things. Y'all know it's the end of the school year, so all the things are coming up. But really quick, I am Trey. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I am Trey, stay-at-home mom to 3 little ones, married to my college sweetheart on a mission and to help uplift, encourage, and all the things for moms. Share cleaning hacks, share cleaning motivation, just share like mom life and the struggle. And so today that's what I'm talking about, okay? Today, hey boo, hey Alex. We next weekend, what are y'all doing? We gotta do a date. But I'm coming on here today to just talk a little bit about why I became a stay-at-home mom. And actually, I need to set my timer really quick. Alexa, set a 15-minute timer. I'm trying to see how much time I have because I gotta go get my baby. Alexa. Okay, she's doing it. It's funny because I saw a reel the other day that was talking about I'm talking to all my different robots. But today, really quick, I was talking about this just recently on my Instagram channel, and I wanted to just like talk a little more on here. But why I became a stay-at-home mom. I have been a stay-at-home mom since 2015. I have a 10-year-old, 7-year-old, and a 5-year-old. My 5-year-old is still in pre-K. When I first became a stay-at-home mom, I did not. Yes, we do, Alex. We do. Y'all, if you do not follow Alex, she is bomb. She is like everything that I aspire to be as a mom. Like cute. I mean, I say cute. Like she's really cute and dresses cute. She's a fine mama, great wife. She's all the things. In corporate, doing big things. So I love it. If you need somebody to follow, she has all the best ideas. If you're in Atlanta, follow her. She got all, I'm like, oh, I want to go there. I save all her stuff because I'm like, I need to go here to eat. But I became a stay-at-home mom in 2015. And what led up to me becoming a stay-at-home mom is I had my daughter in 2013. I worked at an insurance company that I absolutely love, like absolutely loved. Really quick, y'all, my load of the day, I'm separating it. I talk about this all the time, but my load of the day, I have my Camerons, my Masons, and all I do is here are the clothes and I'm separating into their baskets. Then I take their baskets to their room. Hi Trisha. But oh, I'm in Georgia. So when I first became a stay-at-home mom, we originally lived in Tennessee. This is the journey to becoming a stay-at-home. I'm going to give you a little background with that. So I had my daughter in 2013. I worked for an insurance company that I absolutely loved. This insurance company was in Tennessee. And I loved it. I climbed the ladder there. I became like a coach and trainer for like the new people. It was amazing. I was the first person there, the last person to leave. I was giving my all. And then I had my daughter in December. She was born the week before Christmas. And again, I was new to this company. I only got 6 weeks off. 6 weeks, that's all. I had a C-section and I remember crying because I still was sore after cesarean, walking from the garage to my cubicle because it was such a long walk. Like you took like multiple steps, multiple elevators and all that stuff. So I just remember the pain of doing that. So I worked at this insurance company from 2013, 2014 actually, my husband moved to Chicago. He got a job there and I was like, I am not moving to Chicago. It is cold there. And I was so adamant about not moving there. And of course, we did like a long distance marriage for a while. And he moved up there in like August, September, he moved to Chicago. And I really started to miss my husband. And then the thing about it is I feel like God was pushing me away from the corporate world at the time, but I was just like, no, I've never not worked. I've been working since I was 16. And I felt like I love this job, but he was telling me you need to go be with your husband. But I was like, no, I love this job. What are you talking about? And so I kept getting pushes back. And I feel like when you're out of line with what God wants you to do, he makes it hard because God is not the author of confusion. He is not like all this heaviness and fear and all this stuff. So I was um just things weren't going right. Like I was a really good employee, and I will tell you the two things that broke the straw that, what broke the camel's back, the straw that broke the camel's back. I was like I said, first person there, last person to leave. This particular day, my daughter had got RSV really bad. This is my firstborn, so I'm so scared. Like, my baby has RSV, and I've heard all these bad and horrible things. And so I was like, what's going to happen to her? And I asked them if I could leave to go get my baby who has RSV. I didn't even take her to the doctor's appointment. My mom took her to the doctor's appointment because she went to my mom's daycare. But I was like, hey, my daughter has RSV. I'm really scared. Can I go be with her? Because she was still a nursing baby. And I just, if you're a nursing mom, I just feel like my breast milk can heal anything. And I know that's not true, but I just felt like that. And so I asked them if I could leave to go get to my baby. And they told me no. And I was like, they don't care. They do not care about my family. Which, again, it's not a company's job to care about my family. I was like, wow. So that was one strike. Then the second thing is I worked downtown. I was living in Chattanooga at the time. If anybody knows anything about Chattanooga, Tennessee, it's a really small town. So it's already a small town, small city. So downtown is small. My granddad retired, and he did not. So my building was downtown. His building was downtown where he retired. It was probably like a 6-minute drive. I got off at 5:15. I asked, hey, can I leave at like 3:30 to get to my granddad's graduation? It's at 4. I get off at 5:15. I'm not asking for like the whole day. I just want to go to my granddad's graduation. Y'all, and this particular day, I wasn't even on the phone. I wasn't, because I worked on the phones, but this day I was not on the phone because, like I said, I'm a trainer. So there was a new class and they just came out and I was training them. And do you know they told me no? I was like, what do you mean? Like, I'm not even on the phone. They told me no. And I feel like that was another sign from God telling me, okay, yeah, see, you're not listening to me. I'm telling you, this is not what I have for you. And I was like, they really don't care about my family. And I really wanted to be there because my papa, I call him papa, my granddad had worked at this company for 30 plus years. And I just wanted to be there to celebrate him, maybe 40. But it was a big deal. And they told me no. And I was like, okay. So at that moment, I was like, yeah, this is not going to be for me for long. So I finally told my husband, because he had been trying to convince me. He's like, hey, can you come to Chicago with me? Can you come to Chicago with me? And I was like, no, I'm working. I like working. I'm working, because I knew if I went to Chicago, I wasn't going to be able to work. One, because the cost of living from Tennessee to Chicago was very high. It was a big jump. And then also, I didn't know anybody. When we were in Tennessee, my daughter went to my mom's daycare, so it was easier. I trust my mom. I trust my grandma. I trust my great grandma, because or I trust my aunt. Like, anybody, if I couldn't be somewhere, one of those 4 women could get there. So, but when we moved to Chicago, we had no like family there at the time. And so I'm separating clothes, but I always forget who's who. But move up there, we looked at a daycare because, again, I have never ever not worked, and you're not gonna have me at home, because people were in my ear, honey, don't stay home, because that man gonna control you. Honey, don't stay home, because he gonna leave you for a woman that does work. Honey, don't stay home, because them kids ain't gonna even appreciate it. So I got all this in my ear. I didn't know anyone who would stay home except my mom mentor, and I love her so much. I talk about her a lot. But finally, she was the only one in my ear. But all the people that were negative were the loudest. I had her whispering in my ear, like, you need to be up here with your husband. And I was just like, but I need to work. Exactly. Can't say no to free daycare. And it was, when we got there, daycare was not free. We looked for Ava and it was about $1,200 a month. And I was like, oh man, where can I work? I can make $1,200 a month and still have like some profit. Like, where can I do that at? And then I got pregnant with my second son. Well, my second child. Not my second son. He's my first son. Then I got pregnant with my Mason. And daycare is going to be like 22. 22 for both of them. And I was like, okay, where can I work and make $2,200 a month and still have profit? Like, and we couldn't figure that out. And at the time, my husband was climbing the corporate ladder. And I was just like, I need to be available for him because we had both worked before. And what we were running to, again, we were in Tennessee. He'd be like, I'm not taking off this time. I took off last time. I'm not, because everybody, we all want to be great employees because I'm just that person. Like, whatever I give, if I'm an employee, I want to be the best employee there. So that was the struggle. That's the battle. And when we got up there, you said, what am I doing? I'm separating laundry. This is clean laundry and I'm just putting it in the basket. But I think somebody was asking. So I have the clean laundry. I was home with my kids full time during COVID, and it was the best time ever. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and my hubby and kids loved it. When I finally went back, I was trying to find a way back. Yeah. I'm one and done because daycare is 2 years. On my Instagram, somebody was just talking about that. They were like, with multiple kids, it's hard. I was like, the struggle. And so I'm trying to work on speaking more positively about situations. And this is what I was just talking about on my Instagram, where I'm not going to say that the economy is bad because this is not the economy I'm worried about. It's the kingdom economy. And I know that God has me because he has us. But the struggle of just figuring out if I am where I'm supposed to be in this season, because I want to give my kids more. And sometimes I wonder, like, am I holding them back? Am I hindering them because I am home, because it is only one income? Okay, and let's see. How do I... No. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on one second. Okay, there we go. We blocked that person. Because I don't know. Thank you so much. But the struggle is now, of what I'm struggling with now in my stay-at-home mom journey, is dealing with, am I doing what I need to do? Will my kids appreciate it? Are they, or would they rather have their boxing, their jiu-jitsu, their soccer, their all the things? Because right now we can't do all of that. So let me back up really quick. So I had my second born. Then right after that, I had my third, and it was like, yeah, I'm gonna be home. What I started to do to bring in an extra income was watch my kids' babies. And it was so amazing. And I absolutely loved it because I love being that safe space for other people's kids that they could come to. And it was great. The only downfall was that being a stay-at-home mom, having multiple kids, because at one point I had like 8 or 9 kids total of my friends, and then I run into not being able to take my kids anywhere because we're all stuck at home. Because what car can you get 14 kids in? So, and then I just always want to be extra safe with people's kids. So we would walk to the park and do things like that. But I started that, and then of course 2020 happened and everybody took their kids home, and I enjoyed the time with my family. I really did. And I felt like it was a season we needed it. We really did need it because we were getting so busy and life was just so hectic. And so I was happy. Like, I was like, I'm so happy. And I enjoyed it and I loved it. And then right after that, we moved to Georgia. So we went from Tennessee when I was working to Chicago when I was not. That's when I stay-at-home mom journey start. And now we're in Georgia and I absolutely love it. It's just trying to figure out, am I doing the right thing? So right now my son is in pre-K and he gets out here in a little bit, so I can't talk long. But right now it's just trying to figure out if this is where I am supposed to be, because I sometimes feel guilty. That's the word, guilty, if I'm doing the right thing, or would my kids rather have the vacations, more vacations? Because on a single income, I always feel bad being like, oh yeah, we can go here, we can go there, or I'm gonna get my hair done. Yes. Hi Sophia, how are you, boo? Y'all, Sophia on here has a mom-owned business, and it's amazing. She's selling candles, and the candles smell so good. My candle's in the kitchen, but I smell it all through my house. So check out Sophia. Make sure you give her a follow. She's right here. But it was a struggle, because before, when me and my husband both work, every 2 weeks it was mani-pedi. Every month my hair was done. And I did not think, these are things that I wish that a stay-at-home mom would have told me before. I didn't think I was gonna still be able to be at Target and Starbucks. I don't even drink Starbucks, but I'm just an example. I didn't think I was gonna be able to do that all the time, but I didn't think that I was gonna have to, I don't really consider it sacrificing, but budgeting more. I didn't think I was gonna have to be conscious of that, but I had to be conscious. Alexa, turn off. That was my timer, because I got like 2 minutes. I'm folding this because it has to go back to my kid's school. It was an extra pair of clothes where he fell in mud. But I did not think that the transition from being a working mom to the stay-at-home mom was going to be this drastic, but it was. I went from every month getting my hair done to once a year. I went from getting my nails done every 2 weeks to not at all. And the thing is, what I was learning is that cutting things, I would cut things for me before I would cut things for my kids. So if I cut getting my hair done every month, it would be so they could get more shoes. Or if I cut getting my nails done every week, it would be so they could do an extracurricular activity. One thing recently we cut, and my kids deal with this too. So they wanted to stay in tennis all year, but I was like, hey, tennis is this much, but tutoring for both my kids is $40 per kid. That's $80 a week. That's $320 a month. So it's kind of like, I want them to do all these things, but I also want to be conscious of finances, because that's just what we have to do in this economy. And I don't want to live in like la la land. Like, oh, money is just growing on trees. It's not. And we're on one income. And so the struggle right now in the stay-at-home mom journey, if I'm being honest, is feeling like, okay, I know my kids appreciate me being here, being available, being at all their activities, all their extracurricular. And y'all know this is the end of the school year, and they give us, I don't know why teachers do this. I love it. I do love it. But it's like, when you have 3, this morning my 8-year-old had a book signing day at 8:00 in the morning. Then the other one has a Disney day. Then the other one has lunch on the lawn. So it's all these things, and I'm so grateful that I am home, because I am able to be there for those situations. But will my kids be like, hey, I wish I could have did soccer, I wish I could have did jujitsu, or I wish I could have did tutoring? Yes, running us to the ground with activities. So will they be more appreciative of that, or will they be like, hey, I want to I'm glad that you were there. I'm going to take a snack break. Y'all did not tell me that these Chick-fil-A cookies were so good. We fed our parents yesterday for PTA. We did a Mother's Day box or Mother's Day bingo. And so it was free. And then we had Chick-fil-A, and it was a box, and it had chicken sandwich, chips, cookie, and that's it. These cookies are amazing. But am I where I'm supposed to be? Will my kids be upset that I kind of did it this way? Like, would they rather have done all the activities and all the extracurricular and all the traveling and all those things? Or would they be like, okay, I'm glad that mom is here? So yeah, that's where I am right now with the journey. And while I love staying home, I'm just trying to figure out which is best for them. Because everything that we do, it is ultimately for them. Like it's exactly where they need to be. It's my husband works as hard as he works. Oh, Sophia, good question. Here, I'm gonna come to that. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Oh my goodness. Come on, mom brain. Come on, come on, come on. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll answer your question. Sophia, what advice would you give to a mom who is transitioning to be a stay-at-home mom? So this, like, one, be realistic and set expectations. Of course, save money before it happens. I will say I did not. Your husband as well as, oh yes. So my husband works as hard as he works so that we can do all of these things. And he does, he travels, so he's always gone, and it's great. He does that so I can be at all their things. But would they appreciate it more if both of us worked really hard? And so when I started staying home, it was so they have a stable parent. Not stable, because he's stable, but he just be traveling. So it's like they need somebody at home all the time. Hey Tiffany. So yes, that Sophia, for you not having to block someone. I did. They kept saying they had a horse. I'm like, huh? Anyway, what advice would you give to a mom who would be transitioning to stay home? First, make sure you have it saved up. That was something we did not do. I was just like, okay, God told me to do it, jump in. Don't just jump in. Make sure you have a savings and like a cushion, because it was like a drastic stop. Like I would literally go shopping for Ava every 2 weeks. She was my only one. She was my first girl. Y'all, girl moms, even boy moms, no, but like I was shopping for that Ava every 2 weeks. Every check, I'm like, here, take it, Carters. I mean, and just buying stuff. And then I remember like sending all that stuff back, like donating to other people. I'm like, she has stuff with tags still on it. I'll be shamed. But so before, because it was a drastic jump from going from two incomes to one. So make sure that you're saving beforehand. I would just say if you feel that the Lord is leading you to it, do it. I kept trying to over pray, overthink, and just be like, oh no, he can't be telling me that. I've never not worked. I've been working since I was 16. Like he can't be telling me that. But when you are aligned with him, God is not the author of confusion. And when I was trying to stay on this job, I was being met with so much like, I was so tired. And I'm like, this is not how it was before. This job was easy. I'll be ready to jump in every other day. um, so it was definitely like a transition. So definitely saving up. And if he's calling you there, then do it. I would say working on getting a schedule and giving yourself grace in the schedule planning. Because when I first started staying home, I felt like such a bad mom because I didn't know Ava's schedule. I did not. My mom, she was at my mom's daycare, and I did not know her schedule. I was like, what time does she eat? What time does she nap? Ava was 15 months. But when you think about it, my husband would drop her off at 7 o'clock to my mom's house because I would leave at like 6:30 to get to work. I was that person who wants to be the first person there. I would leave early. So he would drop her off at 7. And then I would pick her up at like 6. So she's gone. She's at daycare from 7 to 6. She's like that's almost a 12-hour day. And then of course it's my mom's house. So we sit there for an hour, 6 to 7. And then I would get her home. She's in the bed by 7:30, 8 o'clock. So think I leave at 6:30. I would nurse her, put her back to sleep so her dad would get her all ready and stuff. So I don't see her from 7 a.m. to about 6 p.m. I didn't know anything she did in between that schedule. So when I first started staying home, I was so confused. And then trying to figure out her schedule was such a struggle And if I'm honest, it was so terrifying. And I felt like such a bad mom because I didn't know what to do with her. I was just like, okay, I'm trying to go and do stuff, all the stuff I see on TV, all the stuff I feel like stay-at-home moms do. I'm like, I thought stay-at-home moms stayed at Target. I can't go to Target because you won't quit crying and I don't know what time you eat. And so give yourself grace and figure out a schedule. Planning with Gigi. Yes, planning with Gigi. Thank you so much. I think so. It's just a struggle right now, like trying to figure out if they will appreciate it when they get 16 and 17. Because again, got all them negative people in your ear telling you one thing that they don't care about that and da 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 da. So that's a piece of advice. What would I tell a new stay-at-home mom? And find friends. Hey, La Sharika. Find friends also, because I joined a lot of mom groups, and because it is very lonely because you don't really have anybody to talk to. Because if you talk to like all my friends before, all my friends, from when I worked in corporate, like, oh, you're just so lucky, and I'm just like, but I'm really lonely. I'm really sad. I don't know this feeling I'm feeling, and it was depression, but I was like, I don't really know how to name it because I'm supposed to be so happy, but I'm feeling so sad, and so it was just dealing with that. Like, that's a different thing. So making sure you find a group where you feel comfortable talking to. I got really involved in our church, and then I also, hi April, how are you? I got really involved in our church, and I just found mom friends in my neighborhood. Where I lived in Chicago, it was a little town called Wheaton, and mostly all the moms stay home. So I would walk to the park and I would talk. If you're extroverted, I'm very extroverted. Here's the thing, even if you're not extroverted, your kids always making a friend. They always making a friend. Like, sometimes I would not want to talk, but my Ava would run over to a little kid, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, now I gotta talk to the mama. But it was always really good. I would say, please make sure to still give yourself time to yourself and do things you enjoy, because it's easy to just make your family everything and then forget about yourself. Oh my gosh, you are so right. And that's what I'm learning in this season. So Sophia, that is very important. Like, learning. Don't be 9 years in. I'm 9 years in and just now feeling like, okay. Because honestly, my therapist told me this and was like, I told her I thought that this wasn't my season for myself. Like, I thought, okay, you got to get through 18 years of raising kids, and she's like, no, who told you that? And I just wanted to be a good mom. I just thought that, hey, this is their 18 years. Give them the best 18 years of their life. Until she asked me, who's going to teach them how to love on themselves? Who's going to teach them how to care about themselves? Hi, Emily. Thank you for subscribing. Who's going to teach them that? And I was like, you're right. That's not a way to live. And so I don't want my daughter working herself alone and dog tired. So it was really like an eye-opening comment for me to hear that. So that's another thing, Sophia. Make sure you take time for yourself. Hi, Emily. I'm talking about why I became a stay-at-home mom and the struggles that come with it now. And I became a stay-at-home mom because we moved to a different state, different city. We didn't know anybody, and we looked at daycare, and daycare was like $1,200 a month. And so I became a stay-at-home mom, and I got pregnant with my second right when I was gonna find a job. God is just so funny how He works things out. And I was like, oh, I'll go to work now. I just found out I was pregnant. How exciting could you possibly be a good role model for me? I hope so. Make sure you subscribe. I share a lot of like motherhood mom content. I love being a mom. It is really like one of my greatest joys. I love it. But what I was talking about was that I wonder if now in this season where my kids want to do everything. They want to, my boys are in flag football. They love tennis. They need tutoring. Tutoring has been so helpful for them. So we were just talking about things that I do have to cut being on one income, because sometimes I feel guilty taking from other things. My baby boy, before I worked at a insurance company. You know, it's a big insurance company, so I worked there and I loved it. I did love it. I love what I did, and I moved up. I always was getting like employee of the month, and that was the hardest thing, like transitioning from being a corporate mom to a stay-at-home mom. And nobody gives you nobody gives you a reward for being a good mom. Nobody says, and my love language is affirmation. So the struggle when nobody's saying, like, I'm sitting here getting pooped on and peed on and all the things, and nobody's saying, good job, you did good today. Your kids are just like, you didn't make my peanut butter jelly sandwich the right way. You didn't chop it the right way. So that was you go from getting rewards because you handled a call well to dealing with tantrums, and nobody even gives you credit for handling that tantrum like a boss. So I just want to encourage anybody today, if you handled a tantrum, I see you. I celebrate you, because I know those tantrums are hard. I'm in the season now. We're not having as many tantrums. Actually, yes, we are. We had a tantrum this morning. And sometimes they're triggering for me, because I'm just like, I want what I heard growing up is stop all that crying. But I didn't do that. I pulled my baby out and I was like, come on, let's talk it out. So, but nobody's going to give me a reward for that. Nobody else saw that moment, which is fine. God saw it, my baby saw it. I have brothers, and that is exactly how it works. I'm so excited for you and your baby. But yeah, so it's just, I am thankful for the journey of being a stay-at-home mom, but it's like I often feel guilty for like, am I holding kids back from everything they could be? Like, they really want to do track. They're really good runners. Really good runners. But to sign up, the track sign up is $500. I got 3 kids. That's $1,500, and I haven't even bought an outfit. I haven't even bought a cleat. I haven't even did anything else. That's $1,500. Then there's track. Then there's tutoring. Then there's boxing. Then there's piano. Then there's tennis. Then there's swimming. Then they want their bedrooms redone. Then they have to get new clothes. They have to have new shoes. All the things. And so I'm like, man, if I was working, would it be easier if there were 2 incomes? So I'm super thankful for this journey, but also it's just, if I'm being honest, it is a different season. It's really not hard. I'm not going to say hard, because I'm watching my words. I'm watching what I speak. I'm not speaking what I see. And that's something my pastor was just preaching. I'm not speaking what I see. I'm going to speak what I know. And I know that I am the head and not the tail. I know that all things work together for the good of those that love him. And I know I love him. So I'm speaking that. But it's just a different season. And I know he's going to give me strength. And I know he's going to be with me. It's a different season. Kids are so expensive. That's so true. And we're going to just keep working hard. Oh, congratulations, your doctorate. So that's so good. Okay, but that's all. If you have any questions, I'm always here. Thank you for being here with me. What can I answer as a stay-at-home mom? I got like 2 minutes. What can I answer for you? I'm so happy you're here. But yeah, I just wanted to get on and chat for a little bit. I have a video coming. I want to post it today, but I think I'm going to wait till Sunday to post it. It's a quick clean with me, and I'm really excited about it. I'm just kind of chatting a little more. Let me know, do y'all like when people talk over their videos? I gotta go get the babies. Bye, Emily. I don't know if anybody had questions. If not, I'm going to pop off, go get my baby from school. That's another thing. He gets out of school at 1:15. And I love being able to just be there and be available for them. Aw, thank you, Tiffany. I will talk to y'all soon. Have a wonderful day. And I always say this, but you got this, mama. Congrats, Emily. Thank you, Tip. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, April. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you for planning with Gigi. I appreciate y'all because I know you could be anywhere else on social media, anywhere, and you're here just chatting with me. So thank you, and I hope you have the best day ever.